Alright guys, so Movie Pass was being a bitch, so I did have some Regal Crown Club points, so I did get a free ticket still. So I'm about to watch 8th grade. Heard lots and lots of good things about this movie. In fact, I'm gonna dedicate this video to my friends Max and Jack, which they're overhyping. When they're not overhyping, they just love this movie so much. They literally won't stop talking about this movie in my group chat. So this is for you guys. I'm seeing it for you guys because I know you guys really want me to see this movie and you guys love this movie. And I hope I hope I end up liking it as much as everyone else is. So we'll see how good of a movie this is. Alright guys, so I'm literally the only one in the theater so far. Hopefully more people come in because this theater is actually giving me creepy vibes. So this will be my last time coming to this Regal because I switched to AMC A-List. So I'm going to be going to AMC a lot more often now. And I like this Regal theater. They don't check my ID here for R-rated movies. So it's all good. Oh, okay. So yeah, about to watch 8th grade. Hope it's as good as everyone says it is. And I guess I'll see you guys after the movie. Alright guys, so I saw the movie that everyone is talking about that is not a blockbuster movie, you know, the big budgeted movies, and that movie is 8th grade. Now, I'm not just going to review the actual movie itself. I do kind of want to have a talk about this movie itself, so this video could be a little long, and I'm sorry if I just kind of run on and mess up at times, but I do have my laptop here, and I do kind of want to talk to you guys about this movie, this fantastic movie, which I'm just going to say right now, you guys should definitely go check out. Basically in 8th grade, we have a 13-year-old girl named Kayla who is going through her last few days of middle school, and basically it's a very scary experience because she's going to be moving on to high school, and she's not one of the popular girls, nor does she have any friends really, so she's basically struggling on kind of trying to find out the type of person that she really is. And this movie is directed by Bo Burnham, who I actually don't know much Bo Burnham. I do know that a lot of people do like his comedy or whatever he does, but this guy is 27 years old, and he directed the fuck out of this movie because he really does understand our generation that we are in right now, especially because again, this movie does revolve around kids around the age of 13 or 14, and he really does understand very well. Actually, I have a friend, I shouted him out actually in this video, Max. He went to go watch this movie in a film festival in Chicago back in May, and he actually got up on stage and actually talked with Bo about how much he loved the movie and everything, and he was one of the highlights of that night actually. And I'm very happy for Max because it appears that he actually talked with the film studio A24 about why he thinks that the R rating on this movie is very pointless. And look, keep in mind, Max is going into 8th grade. He's 13 himself. I think he's 13, but he's going into the 8th grade, and I know him from a Instagram group chat that I have on Instagram, and the fact that, okay, he actually has a article published on the Chicago Tribune on why, the article is called "Why Restrict 8th Graders from Seeing 8th Grade," and it's a commentary, what's called a commentary article that he wrote that he actually got published. So I'm very proud for Max. I'm very proud that he's gone this far to basically kind of not just inspire just Bo himself, but actually the actual film studio itself to, the A24 actually had a few screenings in every state for 8th grade that were not restricting people younger than 17 to go watch the movie. So if you were like 10, you could go watch the movie without a parent or whatever. But I thought that was fantastic. I'm very proud of you, Max. And I was actually reading his article this morning, and he points out, not only is social media in this movie a huge role, but he pointed out that it almost plays out like a character in this movie. And I absolutely agree with him. I never thought about that watching the movie, but after reading his article, I was like, oh my God, Max is right about this. And I'm gonna leave the link to his commentary article down below in the description box so you guys can read it yourself. I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of Max for what he has accomplished. But this movie really hit me on a personal level because I really do feel like I was in Kayla's shoes when I was in 8th grade. I mean, I did have friends, but I was still pretty awkward, and I just couldn't get out of my comfort zone. Of course, till freshman year in high school, where I kind of started kind of opening up myself more to people and started making more friends, and it really is a huge character development for Kayla in this movie, and I thought that they did a really good job on showing that. And this movie has a lot of awkward moments, a lot of cringeworthy moments, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way where it's cringy because it actually is cringy because, you've been there before. You've been in these situations before, like the whole situation about your dad snooping, or your mom, either one of your parents snooping at you when you're out with your friends. We've been there, right? The mean high school, or no, not high school, the mean middle school student that doesn't like you. We've been there before, everything about this movie, every experience that we've been through in middle school is all in this movie. All just to be ruined by an R rating, which I think is pointless because really the only reason why this movie is rated R is because of some language. The F word here. I'm gonna say it right now. Fuck. It's literally just rated R just for some language and a scene of a kid masturbating in class, which you don't even see because it's under his t-shirt, and the MPAA is restricting people from watching this movie, the main audience of this movie from watching it, and I'm very upset about that because this is a movie that needs to be watched by everyone. I would say starting with 6th graders, maybe even 7th graders, after thinking about it. But because it's a really relatable movie, it really does show off the dangerous side of social media and how it's a big impact on a lot of people's lives. And it does a really good job in showing that, of course, thanks to the direction of Bo Burnham in this movie, his direction, and he wrote the screenplay to this movie, so he obviously very much understands. And I also got to talk about the performances. Elsie Fisher, who actually plays Kayla, one of the best performances of this year. She is very good in this movie, and every other kid in this movie is really good. Although we do kind of have that stereotype of the mean girl, which kind of was a bit of a problem for me, I guess. But I also did like the guy who played Kayla's dad, who I thought, again, he's that single father who kind of worries for his own daughter, and it really does show in this movie a lot. And again, this movie is very personal because, again, I feel like I've been in Kayla's shoes when I was in middle school, and of course times have changed ever since I was in middle school, and I kind of again, like I told you guys, I kind of started opening up myself to meeting more people and making more friends. And this movie it's really funny. It's very much a heartfelt movie. It feels like a family movie, an R-rated family movie. And there's not much else to say about 8th grade that hasn't been said except that it's a phenomenal movie. I recommend this movie. 8th grade is most definitely a full price worthy, and I'm gonna give 8th grade an A. So again, I'm sorry if I was just blobbing about this movie a lot. It's just because there is a lot that I did want to say about this movie, and now I said it all. So 8th grade, fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go watch this movie. Even if you can't watch the movie, I would try bringing in an adult. There really isn't that many things different aside from a few language, which, let's be honest, when I was in middle school, when I was in 6th grade, a lot of people were cussing a lot, so it's nothing new. Trust me, it's nothing new. and I'm just upset that the R rating really is stopping the main targeted audience from this movie from actually watching this movie. So that really upsets me. But 8th Grade, fantastic movie. Definitely going to be making an appearance on my top 10 movies of the year, maybe even top 5. Right now, it's actually my 3rd favorite movie of the year. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you guys seen 8th Grade, tell me what you guys thought about it. I would really like to have a discussion with my viewers on this movie, because I know that a lot of people are loving this movie, not just because it's a really good movie in general, but again because this movie does really connect with a lot of people. So I'm very interested to know. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Bo Burnham does start getting more recognition, as a director, if they start hiring him for more future film projects, almost like Greta Gerwig with Lady Bird, which is another movie that really hit me personally. But anyways, 8th Grade, point is, check it out. Fantastic movie. If you guys seen it, tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought about it. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.